Powered by the Montana Television Network. The 10 o'clock news continues on KPAX, Montana's news leader.
Criminal charges filed against 3 people, including some involved in the Trump campaign. One-time Chairman Paul Manafort, but the White House says the charges have nothing to do with the president. Special Counsel Robert Mueller unveiled the first charges stemming from his investigation into possible collusion between the Russians and the Trump campaign. Manafort and his business partner Rick Gates both pled not guilty to a slew of federal charges, including money laundering and conspiracy. The other man charged is George Papadopoulos. He was a foreign policy advisor for the campaign. As part of a plea agreement, Papadopoulos admitted lying about his dealings with the Russians. The White House distanced itself from the 3-man charge while downplaying the significance of the indictments. Manafort and Gates posted bond. They were confined under house arrest and due back in court on Thursday. Army Sergeant Bo Bergdahl takes the stand on day 4 of his sentencing hearing in Fort Bragg, offering an emotional apology to service members who were wounded looking for him. Bergdahl told the court, "I'd like everyone who searched for me to know it was never my intention for anyone to be hurt, and I never expected it to happen." The 31-year-old soldier from Haley, Idaho, faces life in prison for deserting his unit in Afghanistan and endangering his comrades. While on the stand today, Bergdahl also described how he was tortured during his 5 years as a prisoner of the Taliban, and it still haunts him today. A military judge expects to consider those experiences when sentencing Bergdahl, along with the stories of the soldiers who went looking for him.
Oscar winner Kevin Spacey is apologizing to fellow actor Anthony Rapp over a new harassment claim. Rapp says Spacey made a sexual advance on him when he was 14 years old. It was in 1986. Rapp says he recalls being alone in Spacey's apartment after a party. He goes on to say, "My impression was that he was drunk. He picked me up and then he lays down on top of me. I was aware that he was trying to get with me sexually." He says he was able to squirm away and left. Spacey is the star of the Netflix series House of Cards and is a 2-time Oscar winner. And he also hosted the Tony Awards in June. Netflix announced late today that House of Cards will end next year after its 6th season, although Netflix also said that decision to end the show was made before the controversy over Kevin Spacey. Well, still ahead, how robots can help doctors perfect their techniques before getting to live patients.
And later in sports, the Grizz look to bounce back after a tough loss on the road. Derek has all that coming up a little later right here on KPAX.